season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 28-yard line.
On the ready.
54. Mike 54. Too low. Got that.
Go.
On the rep. Let's go. Right here. Mike 5.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
General West.
Cook. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Go. Hey, dude.
Now Jones operating from the gun. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey! Hey, Haywood!
They run. Cook. He's got the first down and more past midfield. That good for 19 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line.
Here we go. Check.
61, matchbox light. Go.
54. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the eye.
Go.
Now a first carry for their fullback. He'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for him. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
At the Broncos' 34-yard line.
Here we go. 10-2 stop.
It's our time.
Greystone travel.
Check.
Here's Jones. Off play action. Lets it fly for Thielen. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup.
Rock the pass.
Hey. team 6. Team 6.
They'll run with Cook. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
At the 4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Hey, high 7.
Mike Bobo. 44, 44. Mike, 44. Let's go, D.
Go.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Got it.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. Hey, Echo.
44's to Mike. 44's to Mike. Night, sweetheart. Bobo's to Mike. Mike's Bobo. I got one.
Smooth.
44.
Now Jones. And he's got it. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Ready.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Ready.
Throwing on 1st down is Lock. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Well, you're already down on the scoreboard, and now, Charles, you go out there, very first play, throw the interception. That defense, they're going to have to bow up.
Yeah, and let's see how they handle this, because we always talk about reverting back to what you practice. Well, you practice these situations. It's called sudden change. You don't expect to be out there this fast, but you are. Do you go out there with poise?
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Let's go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. The run there on 1st down, going to get him 5 up to the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Hey, Delta.
51 to Mike. Hey, check. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Get it.
Clock now on 1st down. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36.
Hey, box drop.
51 to Mike.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. In for the score as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And, look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Be a long day for you. Shift.
Jones off the play fake. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So line of scrimmage still a 39 on 2nd and 10.
Watch the slant.
Snap.
To throw again, Jones. And Diggs has it. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately, They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Bradley Chubb in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Tight right. Hey. We got three.
Hey, Alpha.
84. Who's got 84? Check 84. 5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2.
Come on, boy. Ready.
Throwing Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
On first down, Stevens. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 47 yards. You see a run like that, and I don't know if that happens in week 1 or 2, but as this year has worn on, he has gotten better and better, this rookie.
And so much for the rookie wall. We always hear about guys breaking down near the end of the season. Not in this case. He's only gotten stronger and better.
Watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Oh, yeah.
Topper. Buzz. 55.
Block now on first down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
General West.
Here's Locke. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there, as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
61, matchbox lights.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Setting up the screen for Cook. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. First down, here's the run with Cook. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a give, right side. Glass. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run on first down. Cook. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. From just shy of midfield, Jones, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Cook following the penalty. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Ready up. Pilot, 64, weak.
On 2nd down, Cook. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Kill, kill, kill.
Protein spill.
Second, choose the mic. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, Mike.
Hey, wahoo.
All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Stop.
Back to throw. Jones. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is
caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
Check. Check out. Hot. Under 10.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Here we go. Set. 90. Wolf. Hey, exit.
Check 52 is the mark. Check 52 is the mark.
Rock it.
36.
Out. Go.
Looking to throw on second down. Jones going deep for Diggs. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Ready.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Come on, let's go.
On first down, Locke. And he'll find Hall. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
You get right, me.
You there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
On second down, it's Stevens. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Here we go. 51 Mike. Mike 51.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur. I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
Set. 60 outlaw.
Let's go, one more. Shoot.
There you go. Defense.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Set, ready. 60 Pittsburgh.
That's got to be a long day. That's got to be
80 weapons. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Spin.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he's able to find Diggs. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the 2nd half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Ready, break.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check nickel.
61, matchbox lights.
Switch. Bang. Kill.
Greystone travel.
Kill.
There goes.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Alert 3.
22 jet bomber.
Bandit.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. He'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Bravo.
52 to Mike, boy. 52. Big hit.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 39-yard line.
Ready. 90 Wolf. Hey, high 7.
51 to Mike, boy, 51.
6'6", bullet high.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Throwing on second down. Lock. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Stevens. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
It's second and 8 at the Vikings 32-yard line.
Down. 50, plant.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Go.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55. Let's get the ball.
Mike 55.
Throwing on second and 8. Lock. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Hey, Echo. Five.
Lock to throw on third and 1. Throw left side complete. It's Stevens. They only get 2 there, but on third and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Lock now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
Pilot, 64, Big River.
Now a give, right side. Stevens. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. We're off to the fourth quarter here on Christmas Eve. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready?
51 to Mike. Check pass.
Get it.
On second and 2, Lock. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And to give this time to the tailback. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
Check 99! Check 99!
They'll keep it on the ground. Stevens, only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you...
And it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense.
Oh, that's me! That's me!
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now Jones throwing after the interception. It's complete to Diggs. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards, the final tally. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Ready?
Back to throw. Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Here's Jones on 3rd down. On the move to his left. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And he only manages a couple here, down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Ready. 60 yards. 5.
From the 38, Jones. Forced out to his Jones hit, and the ball's out. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Hey, Charlie. Look at me. Zipper.
Mike 52.
All day, baby, all day.
52's the mic, boys. 52. Keep it up.
Get it.
On third down, Jones. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Duke Dawson picks it. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 18-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On second down now, it's Stevens. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
3rd and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
Come on,
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Jones to throw again. He finds McCoy. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Hey, check. 3 down. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Switch.
Ready?
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, exit.
Looking to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Hey, Haywood.
52, Mike 52. Watch the curl.
See Griffin.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Team 6.
Mike 54.
Get it.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game.